if you've ever been to a comedy show in Nigeria, you know them shits take forever anyway, right?
2,000 years later.
And Nigerians like to arrive fashionably late. So Mr. Dolar plans on doing comedy for 50 hours.
How? Hold on, bro. How?
Basically 2 days and some change. Alright people, hi, it's me, Nabil Abdulrashid, the man that tells you how it is. He's going to be talking about politics and the fighting and relationships and all that shit, because in his own words, 50 hours isn't enough to talk about all of Nigeria's problems. On that I agree. But knowing Nigerians, even with that 50-hour performance, people will still turn up late and miss it. That's just how bad our timing is. How exactly he's going to do this, I don't know. Like 50, have you got 50 hours of material written? This guy is gonna do 50 whole Netflix specials. What I want to know is, will the audience have to sit through all of this? Will there be new audience members?
Boring.
How do you have a warm-up act? How do you warm up for a 50-hour stand-up comedy show? That is crazy. 50 hours. What? How much are tickets gonna cost? Do I have to set up a direct debit for the show so you charge me by the hour? I don't understand how he's going to make this work. 50 hours. Well, I want to know how long was the last show that he did? The current record is 30 hours, and of course it's set by some American guy. Bro, 50 hours is a long time in Nigeria. 50 hours under that night in that Nigerian heat. Like, how is he going to do it? How much cocaine do you have to take? 50 hours. What are you gonna? How many calories is he gonna burn doing that? That's what, how much pounded yam is going to fuel a 50-hour stand-up performance in Nigeria? Also, Nigerians are not known for their patience. So what happens if the comedy isn't going well?
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you something.
We don't care.
Because doing stand-up comedy for an hour is hard enough, right? Doing stand-up comedy for 5 minutes is hard enough. But is he actually going to have people laughing for that entire period of time? Because if he isn't, then technically anybody can do it. You just go on stage. Because, I mean, I've seen a guy do 5 minutes and it was so terrible it felt like 50 hours. Because he was shit. Shout out to Nick Dixon. But 50 hours... 50 hours. Imagine having to watch a shit comedian for 50 hours. I think the audience will have to win an award for that. Because they have to tolerate it. I mean, do we have any clips of this guy? Is he actually funny?
I will come now, say, I want to go, now you come now, you slap me. Which kind of problem is this? Sure.
The Nigerian comedy isn't for everyone. I say that as respectfully as possible. I mean, keeping in fact that I am technically a Nigerian comic. But 50 hours, like, bro, to be honest, that's how long it takes the shows to start. But still, 50 hours. Like, imagine if it's a small room, like 12 people, and they have to sit through a 50-hour performance. As a comic, we've all been there where you do your first joke and it doesn't land, and the second one doesn't land, and you think, okay, how much time have I got? He's gonna be the first comedian to look out the window and check for the sun instead of looking at the clock. How do you end a 50-hour show? Do you do like a callback? I mean, that would be amazing if you could do a callback. Now, for those who don't know, callback is a classic way that comedians end their sets, where they have a joke at the start of their set or in the middle, and then much later during their set, they do a joke that has the exact same punchline, right? Dave Chappelle does it all the time, as does yours truly. If you can bring a callback into your show after 50 hours, will the audience remember, or will they go mad and think that they're in a time loop? That's what I want to... It's hard enough talking about that for 5 minutes. He's gonna have to do it for 50 hours. Good luck to you, Mr. Dolar. Because after the first 24 hours, I reckon he'll just be delirious. He's gonna be the real Eddie Murphy. This man is going to go into delirium on stage. And this is gonna be the first time where if a comedian dies on stage, they legit die.
Who's laughing now?
50 hours. The Guinness Book of Records be attending.
That's what he says. That's what he's trying.
It must really suck to work at the Guinness Book of Records, because you never know where you're gonna get sent. It must be the same as working like as Mulder and Scully in the X-Files, you know. So today, some guy has taken the world's largest shit, and we have to go and measure it, right? And then tomorrow is like, the smelliest ever armpit, or the longest pubes, and you just, it's soul destroying. So Madonna is tired of being a joke, so she started telling them she's giving stand-up comedy a try, and renowned comedian Amy Schumer is helping her because, you know, why give work to one hack white chick when you can have two? There's no footage of her sets, but one of her jokes was, with all these Trump deportations, I'm not going to have any staff left, which, to be honest, is a stolen joke, except the person that said it initially was serious. Does anybody remember the interview on The View? Kelly Osbourne said, well, if you deport all these people, who's going to clean your toilets? I remember that.
If you kick every Latino out of this country, then who is going to be cleaning your toilet, Donald Trump?
Oh, that's no.
In the sense that...
Not only is that joke terrible, it wasn't funny the first time. Oh dear. When I say midlife, you say crisis. Midlife. So there was a huge power cut in Sri Lanka, and the Prime Minister blamed it on a monkey that came into contact with the grid. It turns out the monkey was looking for an ancient relic, and he's now regained all 6 relics and gotten his powers. He is Sun Wukong, the Monkey King. All the electricity has charged him up. He finally made it to his end destination in the journey to the west. Listen, all my nerds, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Fuck these other people that don't read or play video games. I always tell people, stop pretending that only right-wingers can be racist or horrible people, because the reality is there's good and bad in all. And a bunch of Labour MPs have found themselves in hot water because of their WhatsApp group, Trigger Me Timbers, which, I mean, that's a brilliant name right there. If only they were this creative with their policies. Features all sorts of stuff, all sorts of things you would think you would find in a WhatsApp group, from homophobia, ableism, sexism, classism, and so on. One of my personal favorites was referring to a pensioner who complained about the bins taking too long to be taken away, and saying that he'd probably die before the next bin collection. That's cold. Ooh. You'd think with all the issues that Labour has, they'd be smart enough to not have... I mean, come on, there is no group with as many snitches as Labour, and you're dumb enough to make a WhatsApp group. So, like, do you not remember how your party fell apart in the first place? How stupid can you be? I swear, these guys are idiots. Tories are always in my comments saying, oh yeah, why don't you talk about Labour? Fuck them both. I don't like either left wing, right wing, same bird. And this is proof of what I've been saying all along. Right? These MPs are not principled people. They're not smart people. They're not particularly talented people. Most of them are Nepo babies who are in the right place at the right time, in the right womb at the right time, and they were born into privilege, and they've got these careers. The vast majority of these politicians do not give a shit about you or their own colleagues, because let's be real, whoever leaked that WhatsApp was another politician probably trying to one-up someone or get some kind of favor somehow. That's the way life works. Stop putting all your faith into people. I don't care whether you're right wing, I don't care if you're left wing, I don't care if you vote reform.
Are you serious?
These politicians are all grifters, and they don't give a shit about you. What you need to do is make the most out of whatever situation you have. That's it. If you genuinely believe that these guys are on a cape fighting for you, then all I'm saying is these were meant to be the inclusive guys. These were meant to be the right, or these were meant to be the communist, leftist, oh liberal, I'm so triggered guys. And look at the shit that they say behind closed doors. When will you idiots learn? Okay, so no, Uncle Nabil is not a lefty. Well, I box left-handed. I'm a southpaw. What you know about that south? But other than that, I'm not no lefty, not right either. I just think all politicians are useless. They should be changed as often as nappies, and for similar reasons. They're full of shit. We are now at the end. Once again, thank you for watching. I appreciate the support. Please hit like, share, and subscribe. It really helps the channel out. What do you think about what's going on? Let me know in the comments. I respond, so be polite. And also, if you are interested, I happen to be on tour at the moment. So you can get your tickets at nabilabdulrashid.com. That's me.com, and I most likely will be in a city near you. We're actually going to be releasing even more dates, so yeah. Keep posted.